Everybody, make sure to subscribe to Retardation.
Here's the problem,
ladies and gentlemen. So you're going to
the
have
problem is that earlier
What we need to do is just
they're
not,
stealing your money.
we need to just not try and find out about stuff. What we need to do, I'm going to
now,
mute you.
because you're too stupid.
Mute you.
Poisoned from the
All
medicine.
right, there you
Meanwhile, they're
go.
worried about.
You're muted. How did that work out for you, you cunt? Really well, didn't it? You could have just stopped. Now, no one can hear you. If you just stopped, no one would be able to hear you. The problem is, if you just stopped, you would be able to start speaking again now if you felt like it. But now you can't because I had to stop you. You needed another adult to come along and operate you, didn't you? Because you can't control yourself.
You stop
Now,
talking.
What was I going to say? Somebody else speak. Sorry.
Oh, it's fucking
Well, I
mad.
was going to point out that Jin is a liar because, well, earlier Jin agreed that a force is required to accelerate a mass, and now he's lying and saying it isn't. So either
Right.
he's lying before or now. Regardless, Jin is
and he
a
just
liar,
says,
ladies and gentlemen.
the fact that the thing has moved into the air doesn't bother him at all because he isn't dealing with forces. He doesn't need to explain
As an
that.
engineer.
He's willfully ignorant, and he can remain willfully ignorant because that's the way to keep the earth flat, is not find out about anything in reality. And if there's stuff you do know about, pretend you don't.
That's ridiculous.
That's what engineers
Ladies and gentlemen, I am from my position.
That's not ridiculous. That's literally what you said. I don't need to know about that, and I'm not dealing with forces. That's literally what you said. If I don't call it a force, I don't have to say anything about it. No explanation is required. I can just remain ignorant on this issue and project my ignorance. Fucking hell. How do you not see how utterly fucking stupid you are? I guess it's because you're so utterly fucking stupid.
So obviously it will
Well,
rise
engineers
up
deal with
because it's lighter than air. The properties that
Sorry,
make up
Brian.
helium, the
Brian.
molecules tend to, the characteristics, they tend to fly upwards. Okay, that's their properties. Why they do that, you're going to go and have to ask the creator.
So you're saying
molecules,
the reason it goes up is because it goes up. Brilliant, brilliant. You wouldn't call that circular reasoning at all, would you, Jin?
You cannot know. You cannot
you also
know
pointed out
what
earlier,
actually makes up.
Something we can't know.
All you can know is that.
You see, here comes the willful ignorance, ladies and gentlemen. You can't know it. I don't know it, so nobody can know it. It can't be known. Even though I'm surrounded by 8 billion people who can give me a perfectly coherent explanation for this, I need to pretend it's a thing that can't be known so that I can keep the earth flat. Right, Jin? Willful ignorance. What things can I not know today?
When you challenge the theories, they crumble.
You're challenging it, are you?
That's the
You're just
problem.
saying you don't believe
You'll never
it.
know.
That's not a challenge. It's just the rantings of an idiot.
When somebody says to me, "What forces helium up?" There is no force forcing helium up. Helium rises up because it's lighter than the air we breathe. That is its properties.
Buoyancy is the force, Jin.
It's not being forced up by anything.
No.
When you start to waste time in trying to measure or find that out, you're
measure the buoyancy. Remember buoyancy word, Jin? The word that you introduced to the conversation. The first person to say it was you, but there's no point in us measuring that or understanding it because we don't need to know about that, do we, Jin? We don't need to know that. This is your thing that you're talking about. And now you're going, no, I don't need to know about that. I don't need to, there's no forces. I'm not dealing with forces. You fucking moron.
Look, can you stop calling me a moron and allow me to speak?
All right, but don't be so
Don't call me a
thick.
moron and allow me to speak. Yeah?
All right,
because I cannot
I won't
speak
call you a moron again.
Everybody, make sure to subscribe to Retardation.